that kitchen. And as soon as I win the lottery, I'm calling Mega Pros again to help fix my kitchen.
One mega call does it all.
847-658-8989. 847-658-8989.
Megapros.com. One mega call does it all.
Smart lights, smart locks, smart thermostats. You love your new connected technology. And the Consumer Technology Association wants to help you protect the security of your devices. First, don't use default or easy-guess passwords. Create unique ones and keep them safe. Next, look for and install security updates from device manufacturers. Also, have an active firewall for your home router. And consider using a professional installer to set up your new devices. Easy tips from the Consumer Technology Association to help keep your devices secure.
WBBM News time 5:28. Time now for traffic and weather together on the 8th. And here's Julie Crotus.
Outbound Edens is delay-free, and the inbound side is heavy from Peterson to the Kennedy, 24 minutes till Lake Cook down to the Kennedy Junction. And the Kennedy outbound is 30 minutes out to the airport. Inbound, you're jammed from Harlem to the Byrd Interchange. There's an accident reported in the center lane at the Edens. O'Hare to downtown 47, 25 from the junction. Eisenhower outbound to 390 is 34 minutes. It's 40 minutes Route 390 into downtown. And the Stevenson outbound to the Tri-State still 25. Coming inbound, 36 minutes from 355 into Lakeshore Drive. I-55 northbound heavy approaching US 30. Reported crash in the right lane and blocking the ramp. Dan Ryan going outbound 28 downtown to 95th. And if you're coming inbound, it's 26 95th Street to downtown. I-57 looks good in either direction. The Bishopport outbound heavy from the Dan Ryan to 103rd. Inbound side is clear. Lakeshore Drive southbound heavy from Fullerton to Chicago. And then 57 to Hayes northbound heavy from Roosevelt through Grant Park and Navy Pier up to Chicago. Tri-State southbound still slowing from I-90 to the Bensenville Bridge. Northbound slows from 290 to Irving Park. Jane Addams, Ronald Reagan Veterans Memorial Tollway is looking good. I-80 and I-80-94 are both clear. I-65 northbound is jammed from 231 to past 109. And 80-90 up there where the Indiana Toll Road, they still have some road work in both directions between Indianapolis Boulevard and the West Point Toll Plaza, so you can see some delays through there. Get traffic and weather together on the 8th every 10 minutes on News Radio 780 and 105.9 FM.
Partly cloudy skies tonight, lows between 65 and 70 degrees. Tomorrow, intervals of clouds and sunshine, very warm and humid with an afternoon thunderstorm, high near 90. Monday, hot and humid with partial sunshine and a high again near 90 degrees. Right now, partly sunny skies and 86 degrees at 5:30.
This is Chicago's all-news station. News Radio 780 and 105.9 FM and WBBMNewsRadio.com.
Good afternoon, I'm Andy Dane, and these are the top stories on News Radio WBBM. President Trump holds meetings in Seoul, South Korea, ahead of a visit to the demilitarized zone. More in a moment from CBS News.
This is Mike Krauser in Evergreen Park, where the Superhero Collective is renovating a home that will be donated to a family in need.
And a distribution of smoke alarms in a Southwest Side neighborhood where a fire killed 10 children in an apartment building that had no working alarms. WBBM Sports.
This is George Hoffman's 7th inning of the South Side. The Twins lead the White Sox 6-1. 8th inning in Cincinnati. The Cubs holding on to a 1-0 lead.
Partly cloudy tonight. Lows between 65 and 70 degrees. Should be hot tomorrow. Maybe some thunderstorms. A high of 90. It's 5:31.
CBS News Update. President Trump says he's heading to the demilitarized zone between North and South Korea, and he's tweeted an invitation to North Korean leader Kim Jong-un to join him. Official word on whether Kim's accepted. South Carolina Republican Senator Lindsey Graham tells CBS's Face the Nation Mr. Trump is doing the right thing.
There's no downside to keep trying. They haven't exploded a bomb. They haven't tested any ICBMs in quite a while, so I would encourage the president to keep talking.
Korea expert Gordon Chang isn't so sure.
President Trump should go back to the policies that made him successful, which is vigorous enforcement of sanctions. For more than a year, the Trump administration has not been vigorously enforcing those rules.
The first Trump-Kim meeting in Singapore last year was the first ever encounter between a leader of the nuclear-armed North and a sitting United States president. His forces and their allies fought each other to a stalemate in the Korean War. CBS News Update. I'm Sam Litzinger.
WBBM News Time 5:32 as the News Watch continues. It was a busy morning for a Chicago man who police say stole and crashed 3 different vehicles in the span of 2 hours in West suburban Aurora. It began around 5:30. Police car from a gas station at gunpoint. A few minutes later, the man allegedly crashed that car, and when another driver stopped to help, he stole his vehicle. Police spotted that car abandoned on the side of the road and found a loaded gun inside, and less than 5 minutes later, officers were called to a crash involving the same suspect. He was finally taken into custody near I-290 in Bellwood after a brief pursuit. After being hospitalized for minor injuries, the man is expected to be released to Aurora police for charging. Dozens of volunteers are renovating a home in Evergreen Park today that will be donated to a family with pediatric medical issues.
Volunteers with the Superhero Collective are ripping drywall and old appliances out of the small brick home on the 2900 block of West 102nd Place. The collective was started 5 years ago by Tim Brigham.
We're a 501c3. Basically put this together by our own experiences. We've had challenges medically with our children. I've got 2 healthy kids now, but it never left me.
Brigham initially got a Batman suit and started visiting kids in hospitals.
You don't find anybody that doesn't like Batman.
His wife, Melissa, thought he was a little nuts, but says there's an enormous impact.
With their spirits. I mean, I was at my own personal bank, and the guy saw that we had the Superhero Collective, and he goes, I know you. My daughter has leukemia. She still remembers the day Batman came to the hospital.
The home is being donated by the